let's proceed looking on our membranous labyrinth, specifically on the structure of the vestibular canal or the vestibular apparatus that is comprised of three things. That is three semicircular canal, utricles together with the saculi. So when we are starting looking on the utricles, the utricles is larger than the saculi, and it receives the three semicircular duct. We're going to see this in the structure of this vestibular apparatus. But here you have to know that the utricles is larger than the saculi. And also we can say that the saculi is the globular in shape and receive the cochlear duct. When we are saying that saculi is a globular duct, meaning that it is made up by protein structure which is called the globular protein. So now here we are saying that this one, it is a globular in shape. So when you refer back on our topic of cytology, you can see the structure of the globular protein. So the same as the saculi in shape. And also we are saying that this saculi, it receives the cochlear duct. We're going to see on how this saculi receives the cochlear duct in the structure of the vestibular apparatus. But also you have to know that the endolymph drains from the saculi and the utricles into the endolymphatic duct. This one are the fluid which are found within the saculi and the utricles. It is called the endolymph. But the duct or the tube that is containing the fluid, it is called the endolymphatic duct. And also the duct extended throughout the vestibular aqueduct to the posterior aspect of the pretorius party of the temporal bones. But also you have to know that the duct expanded to the sac where the endolymph can be secreted and absorbed. So hiyo ndio structure inavyo extend, inavyotokea kwenye ile saculi mpaka inafika kwenye ile endolymphatic duct. Na ndio hapa tumesema kwamba it expand to the sac where the endolymph can be secreted and absorbed. And now you can ask yourself, where that endolymph secreted and absorbed? Here we are talking about the inner part of the ear, meaning that the fluid or the endolymph in general are absorbed within the inner part of the ear. And also semicircular ducts are located within the semicircular canals and share their orientation. We're going to see this in the figure 4.32. So pia tulisema kwamba tukiongelea vestibular apparatus, kwa kuwa tumeshaongelea zile utricles together with the saculi, also we have the semicircular canal. This semicircular canal, they are found in three structure. That is, we have seen in the last part of this session that the diagram of the vestibular canal, but also I have to show you this diagram so that you can have a clear picture of the vestibular apparatus. As you can see here, this one is the components of the membranous labyrinth. Remember, when we are talking about membranous labyrinth, including almost three parts. That is cochlear duct, including with the vestibular together with the three semicircular canal. And when we are saying that the cochlear duct comprised of the cochlea, you can see here it is folded part of the ear. It is called the cochlea. That is comprised of the cochlear duct. And also we are saying that within it is where now we can find the endolymphatic duct, which is around, or within it the lymphatic duct is where now the vestibuli are found. And when we are talking about vestibuli, remember we are talking about the utricles together with the saculi. And also we have three semicircular duct. These one are the three semicircular duct. And the first duct, it is called the anterior duct or anterior canal, posterior canal together with the horizontal canals. So those are the structure or the component of the membranous labyrinth. So we have already seen the structure of each part which are found within the membranous labyrinth. Also, my student, you have to know the function of the membranous labyrinth in general, since we have already seen the structure. So what are the function of this membranous labyrinth? So now let's see the function. So function of the membranous labyrinth. And the first function of the membranous labyrinth is a sound transduction. It is for sound transduction. So what is this now? Here we are saying that the cochlea within the membranous labyrinth convert the sound vibration into electrical signal that the brain interprets as a sound. Tukisema sound transduction au tukisema transduction, meaning that the transformation of the sound waves into electrical waves so that it can be interpreted by the brain easily. Kwa ina maana kwamba baada sasa ya zile vibration kupita kutoka kwenye outer ear zikaingia kwenye inner ear, kwenye middle ear, thereafter zikiingia sasa ndani ya inner ear, ndipo ambapo sasa zitabadilishwa kutoka kwenye ile vibration kwenda kupata electrical signals. Zile electrical signal ndizo ambazo zinaweza zikabe interpreted easily by the brain. And that work it is done by the membranous labyrinth. And apart from that is a sound transduction. Also, the membranous labyrinth has a function that is balancing and spatial orientation. Since we have seen that the inner part of the ear, it is responsible for making balancing of the body, to making the equilibrium proper of the body. So how now? Here we are saying that the vestibular system, including the utricle, saculi, and the semicircular canal, dictate the changes in the head position and movement, contributing to our sense of balance and spatial orientation. So pale ambapo unakuwa na ule uwezo wa kustand up straight na uwezo wa kubend na kurudi kwenye your original shape au kurudi kwenye your standing size au kwenye standing shape, any shape that you can make is due to the presence of this vestibular apparatus. That when we are saying that the vestibular apparatus is comprised of the three semicircular canal, utricles together with the saculi, ndio ambayo ina bring about the changes of the head pale ambapo utakuwa umebend your head. So nini kinachokufanya urudi kwenye your original size au kwenye original shape? Tunasema kwamba is due to the presence of these utricles. We will going more further to discuss the balancing of the body mechanism, so you'll understand. But here you have only to understand that the membranous labyrinth are responsible for balancing and spatial orientation of the body. And also, apart from that, also this membranous labyrinth fluid dynamics. The other function is the fluid dynamics. How now we can say that the membranous labyrinth is filled with the endolymph, a fluid essential for transmitting sound, vibration, and activating sensory receptor for balance. So pia ile fluid ambayo iliyokuwa ndani ya zile membranous labyrinth, they are dynamic, meaning that they can change its shape. They can move from one place to another. Thereafter ndio ambapo sasa inasaidia for balancing of the body. And apart from that, also this membranous labyrinth, they act as a sensory receptor. They act as a sensory receptor. How? Here we are saying that hair cells within the membranous labyrinth are specialized sensory receptor that detect sound vibration and the head movement. So within the membranous labyrinth, specifically within the semicircular canal, there is possession of the hair. The hair which are found within it, they act as a sensory receptor. So they bring about appropriate balance of the body. So in that the function of the membranous labyrinth. And lastly, here we can say that the membranous labyrinth, it helps in integration with the nervous system. It helps in integration of the nervous system. So how this membranous labyrinth can integrate the nervous system? And here mainly we are saying that the electrical signal generated by the membranous labyrinth are transmitted to the brain via the vestibular cochlear nerves, allowing us to perceive the sound and maintaining balance. So the function or another function of this membranous labyrinth, we have said that it is for integration of the nervous system. Integrate, inapeleka zile taarifa au zile vibration kwenda kwenye the central nervous system. Tukiongelea central nervous system, we are talking about the brain. And the brain, it is responsible for integrating the and to bring appropriate response. So what kind of response we are talking about? The response that we are talking about is the sound. Kwa ile sound ili iweze kutafsiriwa zaidi inatakiwa integrated within the brain. Na inapelekwaje kule is due to the presence or is due to the functions of the membranous labyrinth, and specifically on the structure which is called vestibular cochlear nerves, ndiyo ambayo inachukua zile sound, zile electrical signal kutoka kwenye hile membranous labyrinth to the brain, so that it can be interpreted and to identify which kind of sound is that and what does that sound mean in general. So that those are the functions of the membranous labyrinth. So my students, after we have seen now the functions of the membranous labyrinth and the structure, the general structure of the membranous labyrinth, now I'd like to welcome you again into the next session, is where now we are going to discuss the mechanism of hearing. So I need your attention for that session so that you can understand, since those questions, they are most preferable questions to appear into your exam. So by saying so, and this marks the end of our session. So thank you for following us at Educare TZ. Bye bye. Have a nice moment.